Have you ever stopped to ask why the Great Sphinx of Giza wasn't included on the list of the 7 wonders of the ancient world? It seems almost impossible that this colossal monument, which has stood the test of time for over 4,500 years, didn't make it to the prestigious list. In this video, we're going to unravel the mystery of why the Sphinx wasn't included as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and why this omission might just surprise you. But first, we'll cover a bit of background from a historical perspective about this topic. The Great Sphinx of Giza is an awe-inspiring symbol of ancient Egyptian civilization and still remains one of the most recognized structures in the world. But despite its monumental presence, it didn't make the cut for the original list of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So, what happened? In this detailed video, we will investigate the Sphinx's construction, who built it and why. Plus, we'll examine the fascinating history of the list itself, who created it, and why the Sphinx, despite its grandeur, didn't earn a coveted spot. Before we get to the reasons why the Sphinx wasn't included on the list of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, let's talk about the origins of the list and the Great Sphinx. The 7 wonders of the ancient world is a list of 7 exceptional constructions in the ancient Mediterranean and Near Eastern world, celebrated for their extraordinary scale, beauty, and architectural ingenuity. This ancient list was created to highlight the most remarkable feats of ancient engineering and artistry. The Great Sphinx of Giza stands as one of the most famous and recognizable monuments in the world, combining the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh. Constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre, circa 2570 BCE, the Sphinx was carved directly out of limestone bedrock and measures an astonishing 66 feet, 20 meters tall, and 240 feet, 73 meters long. The purpose of the Sphinx is still debated today. Some believe it was meant to guard the Giza Plateau, while others suggest it served as a symbol of Khafre's divine power. Either way, this monumental structure has captured the world's imagination for centuries. Next, let's discuss the list containing the 7 wonders of the ancient world. What's interesting is that the 7 wonders weren't universally agreed upon. They were based on a particular list compiled by ancient Greek scholars and travelers, and the criteria for being selected was often based on size, beauty, and technical achievement. There are actually several versions of the list. The most widely accepted one includes the following: the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Statue of Zeus at Olympia, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Why all the mystery and fascination with the Sphinx? The Sphinx is full of mystery, which is why it has fascinated people for centuries. Some even argue that it should have been included on the list of wonders because of its sheer scale and mystique. The fact that it has withstood the ravages of time, surviving sandstorms, erosion, and human intervention, adds to its allure. Who created the list? And why wasn't the Great Sphinx of Giza included on the list? Now we get to the interesting part. The Sphinx wasn't part of the list for a number of likely reasons. Here are the top 3 most likely reasons. One key factor was timing. The 7 wonders were selected based on constructions that were known to the ancient Greeks. The list of the 7 wonders was likely created by the Greek historian Herodotus and further refined by ancient Greek writers such as Antipater of Sidon around the 2nd century BCE. By that time, the Sphinx had already been standing for over 2,000 years, so it might not have been considered as wondrous or novel to those ancient travelers. 2. Another key factor was the cultural focus. The list was primarily focused on Greek and Hellenistic achievements and marvels. While the 7 wonders were largely located in the Greek and Persian spheres of influence, The Great Sphinx was in Egypt, and it might not have been as prominent or relevant to the Greek compilers of the list since Egypt was considered outside the Greek world. This geographical distance likely contributed to the Sphinx's exclusion from the cultural aspect of the list. 3. Lastly, geography or location. As previously stated, the Sphinx is located near the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was already included in the list. The proximity of these two impressive structures might have led to the Sphinx being somewhat overshadowed by the pyramid and excluded from the list. Despite its exclusion, the Sphinx continues to be one of the greatest achievements of ancient engineering, a timeless testament to the creativity and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. It continues to inspire both historians and tourists alike. And though it wasn't included in the original Seven Wonders, its status as a wonder of the ancient world is irrefutable. Understanding its history and the context of the Seven Wonders gives you a new perspective on ancient architecture and what defined true magnificence in antiquity. The Sphinx might not have made the list, but its legacy endures, and maybe, just maybe, it didn't need to be included to remain a wonder in its own right. If you found this video fascinating, join the community and hit that subscribe button to explore more historic wonders with us.